Well, hello. This is Ed Basquill, and I promised you a part two to world-ending sea level rise, where we left off as a review. Is I said I would give you tools to decide for yourself. My spoiler is that both sides are wrong. I'll explain what I mean by that. This is the part two I'm going to post, and please give me comments. I'm trying to be forthright, honest, and be a manager about this. We looked at some memes where they more or less make fun of world-ending sea level rise and show things being the same over long periods of time. There's some other ones, and there's quite a few of them. I didn't capture every one that hits my inbox, just the ones that are pretty. Now, one tool you can use is Google Earth. This is Google Earth here, and I've got an animation for you. I've geo-referenced each one of these sites. I'll send you, if you want, the KML file from Google Earth where you can go and look at these sites yourself and you can see where the sea level is today. And perhaps more importantly, you can also look up local data where you are, so you can see what's happening where you are. You can also look up local data with regard to tides, because tides make it interesting. Here is a table I made from these different locations, the years compared. And there was no visible change that I could see looking at them on Google Earth or in the memes. But the average tidal range in inches, I made it inches for a reason you'll see later, even though it'd probably be easier with feet to conceptualize. But there are a lot of inches, especially in the UK there at the Eastbourne Pier. It's like 270 inches change. That's relevant because you don't have a time of day when the picture was taken on Google Earth that you can compare with a historical tide table. So you're very limited in what you can see as far as sea level change. Now let's go on to NASA's illustration. They have this little portal where they show sea level rising, but you'll notice in the scale it's inches. They have 3.5 inches in 30 years is about what NASA has for their model. Now, if you add that on to the table, you can see that NASA's predicted rise, there's no way without the time of day or the tide table to really say that you're really seeing anything like the three to validate NASA's 3.5 inches of sea level rise. But let's look at it another way. Here's a clip from NASA's page. NASA analysis shows unexpected amount of sea level rise in 2024. Washington Post says NASA sea level rises faster than expected. Major cities could vanish. So my conclusion is sea level is rising according to NASA, a reputable source. I can't dispute the 3.5 inches unless I have my own analysis or data, which I don't at the moment. It's not cataclysmic. It's 3.5 inches. Both sides are wrong. You can't really prove it's not rising with the pictures. Do you the hype about it being cataclysmic? I mean, it's rising faster than expected. People are trying to harken back to Al Gore's movie. The 20 foot that Al Gore showed in that movie would take 1,000 years at the current rate of change, which is about 0.12 inches per year. Memes with no tidal context are purposely misleading, but do show no cataclysm. 70%, 75% of the lower 48 states, 500 feet above sea level. So that's my conclusion. Uh, if like or subscribe or go to my blog, I'm trying to reduce the fear and get us back into logic and rationality when we look at these things. So just want to say thank you for those that watched.